The content and opinions shared on Talking Random Bitch are intended for entertainment and informational purposes. They reflect the personal views of the host and guests and do not constitute professional advice or represent any affiliated organization.
We're talking randomly. Talking random. We're talking randomly. Talking random.
Cause you a fool for this one.
Do what?
You can't hear it, can you?
What you playing? I can't. You know, I don't
You
have
can't.
to.
Oh, you can't hear it. That video that I love so much.
He ain't trying to get in no beat wars. No, we got we're here for this.
Well, I would love for him to get.
We
We would love for him to get in beat wars. We would love for him to
July 21st.
bring us more beats.
July 21st.
You doing beat wars that same night? Oh, okay.
Yes, he is doing beat wars.
Bringing it back.
Well, welcome back to Barbers Talking Random Bitch. It's your boy Rick Kang. I am in the building. I got my boys, my guys are not here, but they left me with my other guy who will be cleaning the bathroom. And which we are so thankful for that. If for nothing else, for he will be cleaning the bathroom. And I ain't got to clean the bathroom tonight, and we just joy, happy, joy. But in the building, I also got my big cub, the man that is responsible for every song that you hear on Talking Random Bitch. And one of the most musically gifted people I have ever met. And I want to tell him thank you. I be wanting to tell him thank him to his face, but
Well, he's not there, huh?
no, he's not there, and he's not here. But so I got to tell him over the phone, but I'm still telling him on live. But if you want to know where this music comes from, it comes from Demond Matter. I'm sure that ain't your name though, is it?
That's my name.
Okay.
Matters.
Demond Matter. Okay, but I want to.
You know, as you know, it was direct messenger once upon a time.
Yeah. So when can we find some of your music? When? And notice I said when. I didn't say well. When are we gonna get you just making music?
When are you gonna get me to make music?
Yeah, more music.
More music.
Yeah.
The best answer I can give you on that, cuz, will be soon.
Okay.
I can't do anything specific. I'm working on some stuff, so I can just say soon. That's all I can tell you right now, man.
Okay.
And I appreciate the compliments, man, you know, because, you know, like I said, it's been with me forever, dog, you know, since I was a very young shorty growing up in Athens. I know you guys kind of touched on it a little bit, tonight a little bit, but, you know, Athens is one of the music scenes that's like very rich, but I think a lot of people, when they don't know about it so much, I haven't lived in Athens in 36 years, but when I do come back down there, I mean, I still see that it's still popping off like that. And like, you know, Montu, he's definitely taking the thing to another level, you know. And you guys will always talk about Ishues, and I had never heard anything about Ishues except for you all, you two. And then I just got this album that you sent me. I'm gonna tell you, man, this thing right here, man, it's crazy, bro. I mean, I'm like, man. I mean, everything I hit on there, I'm like, bro. I didn't stop it until it stopped.
Yeah, absolutely.
It ain't no skips. Yeah, it ain't.
Appreciate that.
It's definitely
Absolutely.
For real.
Absolutely. I mean, it's like I say, it's joy. But I myself want to, before we go any further, thank y'all three gentlemen, because all of y'all are educators. And every chance I get, and when I get educators in here, I like to thank y'all. Thank y'all for what y'all do. Thank y'all for y'all service, and ask y'all getting rejuvenated, because it's finna start up on y'all soon. And
What rejuvenation?
yeah, no,
What's summer break?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ish, we don't get no summer breaks.
Nah, I ain't had no summer
We don't get no summer breaks.
Well, and then I have a question I would like to ask y'all, because I know y'all are fathers. The story of Nolan Wells. The young man that, if y'all don't know, I'm sure everybody know about this story. The young man, the only black kid in his crew, went out with his boys, hanging out. They went to a little small island. A fight broke out. He don't make it back home. Now my question to y'all gentlemen who are fathers, and when I was thinking about this, Demond, I really thought about you because before you came to see the shows, you was out at Prince Avenue?
St. Joe's.
St. Joe's.
Okay.
But a lot of the conversation is around allowing your black child to hang out with whites only and going away on these trips with whites only. And you there's even whites that are coming out saying don't do it. And just one quick question, how do y'all feel about that in this day's climate? Because I'm born and raised here in Athens, and I have been in the place a time or two when I was the only white in the class, or the only only black in the class, or the only black, and I know it felt different. The vibe is always a little different. I even remember walking in my 7th grade math class, and I was the only black kid in there, and I didn't know how to handle it, and I did everything to get out that class. But y'all as educators, fathers, how do y'all feel about that? And Demond, let's start with Demond, so we hadn't heard much from him tonight. How you feel about that, Cole?
Man, it's a lot of layers to it with me. I'll just say, just like you mentioned, I went to St. Joe's, and a lot of times, well, I'll say this, from kindergarten to 3rd grade, only myself and one other young lady were the only so-called blacks in the classroom. You understand? And then I think her parents got divorced, and then I ended up being the only, so-called black kid from, 4th grade all the way to 8th grade. Because at that time, St. Joseph's only went to the 8th grade. And so from 4th grade, so 4 years, I was the only brother, that I ever saw inside my class. Now the other classes, some of them had maybe a couple here, sprinkle here and there. But I mean, I think the class ahead of me, there was a young man that was a brother, but that was it. But and then when I got to high school, I hung with everybody, but I did have my circle of friends that were, I was the only brother again. And we did some, not like what this young man did, but we did some road trips and hanging out type stuff. But I'll say it like this, man. There were no kids that we grew up with at Cedar Shoals, or even maybe if I went to the academy, it'd have been different. But what I mean by what I'm talking about is there are no super rich kids that I hung out with that were so-called white kids.
Yeah.
And this young man, I'm not saying everybody he was with was super rich per se, but they're well connected.
Oh, he has some money.
And then I heard a young man talk about sometimes these people that are well connected or very rich, they look at us as it's like a hunting season type thing with them.
Yes.
But, they're treating us like we're sort of a prey. And they're gonna see if we can escape this this obstacle that they got put before us. You know what I'm saying? And that could have been a situation with this young man. I don't know, but all I'm saying is, for myself personally, nothing like that ever happened to me. My dad always taught me to keep my head on the swivel, and be aware of your numbers, for the most part. So, I'm saddened by it because I am a parent, and I know I would kill a rock and drown water about my babies, and it'd be bad right now, man, if it was, my baby. They're doing really well by, I know they're trying to bring the people in and do it the right way and stuff, but I'm just saying, I know my emotion would probably take me to a different level, but for the most part, man, it's just a horrible situation. I hate that we're still dealing with this in this day and age, but, I think was it Boston who said, it was something that was here to stay, like racism. Racism is here to stay, dog. It's gonna be here, so it is what it is.
Oh yeah, it's a money maker. It makes America too much money.
Indeed, because as long as you got a divide, you can keep the narrative going, and people making big time money off of it. And the sad part is, Rick, the thing is, I don't want to get into this thing too deep, but I'm just saying, the sad part of it is, a lot of times it's our own people that keep the narrative going.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no time for that part of the show.
No. We get there. Go ahead, y'all. Touch it quick, because I know you look at that time. I know you got to be somewhere, so we go. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, I don't know. This is the first time I heard about it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna look into it, but I just think that it's a devastating thing. You know what I'm saying? To send your child, your son, out somewhere and they don't come home. You know what I'm saying? So that's devastating, no matter what race you are. When you add the context of the situation, it makes it a lot more emotional, for sure, without even knowing all the details.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just that dynamic by itself makes it a lot more emotional. So, my heart go out to the family. I never, that's something I would have never done. I grew up a different way, you know what I'm saying, in different environments. So I nah. I'm just not making that trip. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I didn't grow up around, where that was an option anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
everywhere that I've ever lived my entire life has been predominantly black people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Somewhere in the hood, somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Yeah, but I do know, losing a child is devastating. I'll just say that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I pretty much grew up the same way, and that's why it was like, so I come from Minneapolis, Atlanta, so I'm in, that's a chocolate city down there, and then I come to UGA, because I was going to HBCU in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So I started out the HBCUs because that was my goal when I was in high school. Like I wasn't going to no PWI at all. Like it was not even on I don't even know if I applied to any PWIs, to be honest with you. It was like that. But whatever happened in Atlanta, so I come up here, so I'm going to UGA. I want to go to a PWI. And it was a culture shock. But so I've been in like my first probably 3 years in Athens. Like I spent a lot of time being just the only black person. You know what I'm saying? And when I first got to Athens, I was doing a little partying. And I was a white boy partying with them white folks at UGA. Mm-hmm. So like I didn't been the only one at the party, the only one out at the little cabins that they go to. I've been that guy.
Mm. See me, the reason why it's like it may sound messed up, but like I grew up around white boys and different, races of people, of course. But it was always a thing that we always knew, like you get around them sometimes they play too much.
Yep, they do.
You know what I'm saying? They want to be pranking.
They do.
Shaving your balls at night. And, you know what I'm saying? Like all types of crazy. Like and sometimes it could go too far. And me, the reason why I never put myself in those type of situations is part of the reason why I never pledged either. You know what I'm saying? Because in my later part of my years, I'm starting to get a handle on that hair trigger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
But growing up in my youth, the slightest provocation, I'm burning this whole thing to the floor. Like I literally had to go in to change the person that I used to be. Mm-hmm. Because it used to be a thing where the slightest little prank or the slightest once that switch is flipped.
Yeah.
It's hard getting me to stand it. And then usually gets to the point where it's like my response is so extreme that people usually forget what set it off in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And then I wind up looking crazy, you know what I'm saying? So I say that to say these are things that I knew, even though I have friends where I could have made that trip or whatever, this and that. No, not doing it because I know
I
sometimes
ain't do it till I got in college.
playing too much and then nah.
I mean,
Like with my sons, like let's say that we was in that situation, it's really hard for me to even like put that into my head just because of the environment that they live in. Like I don't know. I'm not gonna say it couldn't happen, but like just they ain't no they're just around blackness all the time. Like you know what I mean? So it's like hard to be like, oh well, yeah, you can go off with your friend. Y'all they're going on a boat trip out to the island. Oh yeah, you go ahead. I don't even know what I don't know. You know
I think honestly a lot of it, to be honest, is I think some of it be less racism and more just cultural differences.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, a lot of time, like I've been around, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of white dudes, whatever. I've seen like and like multiple groups. It's just especially around that age range. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They be playing like for
silly.
us they play too much.
Yeah, it's silly.
Yeah.
What they do is what they do, and they do it. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like they made a whole show about a jackass.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It was a whole movement. You know what I mean? But it's like for us, there's certain things we don't and then that turns into you know a fight which can get out of hand and anything can happen. Culture clash. Yeah. I think it's more than just, you know, we gonna do this. You know what I mean? God knows best. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know much about the story, the situation, but I do know a lot of those situations. Like, okay, so when I first moved to Clark Central, I'm not gonna say his name, but a dude I went to high school with. When I first moved to Georgia, even though I was moving from New Orleans, this was deep South to me. So all I'm thinking about is racist white people and
Deep South, so yeah.
That's my mindset, right? So long story short, like my first week of high school, I wanted to punch this dude in the face, white dude, because he called me boy. I just heard boy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when he said boy, he said, get off the water fountain, boy. I'll never forget it. I turned around and said, what you say? He like kind of pushed my shoulder and I just bang. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I grew up. You know what I mean? Like, if they push you, hit them. Right. You know what I mean? So it wasn't until later on that I got to know him, realized he was cool, realized he wasn't really racist. That's just how he talked. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, again, culture shock. In my mind, racist. He called me boy. In fact, it was like the first week I remember because I got like 10 days ISS and my mom was furious. Like, it's your first week. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, he called me a racist name. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm blowing it all up or whatever. But like I said, years later, you know, dealing with the same person, you know what I mean, playing sports with him and classes with him, whatever, realized that's just, you know, he's just a good old boy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Cool as hell, you know what I'm saying? But just a good old boy. Just kind of how he talks. So, yeah, man, that's, you know.
Okay, enough about that. To get why we here. But I just, you know, had to put that out there. Had to have a conversation about it.
I'm gonna look into it though.
Yeah. Issues. Mm-hmm. On this project, you and this guy, probably one of the GOAT MCs in the game. You talk a lot about y'all relationship. Mm-hmm. And the album actually opens up with Montu.
Yeah.
Only right.
You brought that up.
Yeah.
I know, right? It's 360. Yeah.
I mean,
he opens up my first album.
Okay. Okay. How did this relationship begin?
Jeez. He can tell his side of it, I'll tell my side of it. When I first got here, when I first came back to Athens, it was like, only thing that was on my mind was, first of all, to beat Fort Knox in a freestyle battle. That was number one. That was priority. Number one was to smash Fort Knox, aka Shaq, in a freestyle battle. Okay. Priority number two was wasn't even thinking far into you know, I wasn't even thinking about, I want to make some dope songs. I want to kill every MC rapping.
Okay.
And I can't remember who said it. It was like, yo, you need to link up with Montu. I'm like, who's Montu? It's like, I think it was a hip hop show or somebody who was performing. Might have been Russia. I think it might have been Russia performing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yo, because I was going to Russia show. Look for the big video camera.
Oh yeah.
Look for the little dude. That's what they told me. Look for the little dude.
That's real.
With the big video. He's had this big ass video camera
with VHS
that looked like it looked like Radio Raheem boombox from Do the Right Thing. Big ass camera. And that's literally what they said. I'm like, all right, so I went downtown. Lo and behold, I see this little ass dude, this big ass, over exaggerated dinosaur camera. You know what I'm saying? That didn't even take high A's. I think it just took.
No, that one was VHS. Yeah, that first one.
Right. So you know, so his whole vibe was like, look, man, you know what I'm saying? At the time, he was just scribing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? My thing is just to record and document this movement. You know what I mean? And then, all right, cool. So we, you know, and then he got the lounge.
Yep.
So I would go up to the lounge. That was kind of like my home away from home type shit. You know what I'm saying? Anything going on, whatever, I just go to the lounge, man. Just go there, freestyle, cypher. We just, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Fellowship.
I do.
You know what I mean? We be in there, just, you know, pass the incense. Remember, pass the incense joint? We just sit in there. You know, whoever got the incense got the floor. You just speak on whatever you want to speak on. You just pass the incense. So yeah, and then I think what ultimately got us closer is when I went on tour with KRS.
Absolutely.
And you know, me and Life was talking about it. It was like, yo, it was the summertime. And we was like, yo, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna see what Two doing. Hollered at Two, we wasn't doing nothing for the summer, boom. So from there, man, I remember my dad, my pops told me one of the lines of my song, I think Dreaded Minds, Ishues is the name, Dreaded Minds is the family. And he was like, is Dreaded Minds your family? You know what I'm saying? Like he was like asking me, like, I mean, I hear you saying it, but, and I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? I consider Montu my brother. And he was like, all right, stand on that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's been ever since. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, that's my brother. You know what I mean? And a lot of, you know, we kind of started our journey together. You know what I'm saying? With this hip hop shit, it's like we joined together. He became this for me, I became that, because at the time it wasn't really a whole, outside of like Fort Knox and a couple other people, whatever. When I hit the ground, it was like, boom. Because I came from that hungry Jersey up north MC mindset.
Kill everybody.
Kill everything. Really, Athens was just kind of like, this is practice. Like, I want everyone in Atlanta. That's what I wanted. You know what I mean? I wanted, who's the nicest dude in Atlanta? Oh, it's this person. All right, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? And Montu was pretty much, you know, part of that journey the whole time, the whole way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, I attribute a lot of what I've done and where I am to this man right here. So it's more than just, you know, a friendship or just my comrade. Like, it's not a lot of people I consider my brother outside of my brothers. You know what I mean? He know that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I consider Montu my brother.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's really literally is what basically what he said. You know, I can fill in some gaps, you know, where just was my part of it. Like, linked up, and it was just like, you know, there was people doing things, and then when we linked up, it was just like, he really was on that, like, you know, like, kill everybody, eat everything, just boom. And for a while he was, and I like how he put it, because Athens was sort of like his training ground. But he was like just eating everybody up here, but he was like practicing here, and then he'd be going to Atlanta, and then he eventually got like all kind of like freestyle belts and shit. Like he was going down there just molly-whopping people.
At one point, I think I was. Did I win Breaklanta one year?
He was going down there molly-whopping
Breaklanta,
everybody.
MC War. That was the MC
Yep,
War.
exactly.
Heavyweight freestyle champion. Actually, was the first champion and retired the belt. I still got the belt at my crib.
Wow.
So,
Yep.
but yeah. So
it was
that,
ill like that, man.
Samba Reptile, Mike Club.
And you got to think that he coming from Athens.
Yeah.
He going to Atlanta. So like, shit, that's like our general going down there.
Right.
He don't even live. We don't live down here.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like different. Even when
And
we lived
unlike a
down there.
lot of other people who was like coming from Athens, they would get to Atlanta and claim Atlanta.
Yes.
He ain't lying.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Oh yes.
They get
story.
to Atlanta and
True
claim
story.
Atlanta.
True
I
story.
wasn't claiming Atlanta. I was claiming I'm from where? Athens, Georgia.
Yep, true story.
No.
So when you say Athens, Georgia, what was when you look out over the crowd, they say Athens, Georgia. What was the initial reaction, and then after you get through eating, what was that reaction like?
I mean, once I start rhyming, that's it. You might hear Athens, Georgia. Oh, Ishues is from Athens, Georgia, and they kind of like, oh, some people know, some people may not.
And then it became a thing. Then.
And boom.
I mean, it became.
But it was the same thing when I was in Africa. I was literally doing the same thing at Athens, Georgia, not Atlanta. Athens. You know what I'm saying? Even though
carrying on his back everywhere he went. You know what I'm saying? He was. He did.
In fact, rest in peace, Versatile. When he told me a story before he passed, he said he was in Vegas performing, and he got off the stage, and he said he got surrounded by a whole bunch of big old dudes, and they was like, "Yo," because he said he was from Athens. And he said he got surrounded. I know who he's talking about. He's talking about Triune. He told me he is a big dude. You know what I'm saying? And I can imagine him being with other big dudes. So he said a bunch of big dudes just surrounded him. And he was like, first he thought it was like a gangbanging type situation. He was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what's about to... He's like, yo, you from Athens? And he was like, yeah. And he's like, you know Ishues? And then he was like, yeah, that's my boy. But again, that just lets you know that's all the way in Vegas.
Yeah.
Like, even when I was out in Vegas and LA or whatever, I'm from Athens, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say I'm from Jersey.
Yeah.
I didn't say I'm from DC. As far as I'm concerned, Ishues is from Athens, Georgia.
All right, respect.
Ishmael might be born in DC and raised in New Jersey and this, but Ishues is from Athens, Georgia.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing that I know. Because leaving Athens, you can get, because I went to Georgia Southern, and even though there was a lot of people down there from Athens, I hung out with a lot of kids from Atlanta. And that's you from? No, I'm from Athens. My boy from Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'm from Athens.
Yeah.
Even when I went to station in Cali. Atlanta? No. Athens.
Right.
But what I had to say was UGA. Bulldog.
There you go.
Bulldog.
UGA,
So,
Bulldog.
I'm the Bulldog. So, I've always, even though it was a period of time where I never thought I would live in Athens again, but I still repped Athens. And even when I had the show in Atlanta, anytime I can get anybody on from Athens, that was what I wanted to do, because I've always wanted to put shine a light on the city.
Yeah.
Because I love this place.
Yeah.
Because this place has shaped me in such a way that I don't think no place else could have shaped me.
Yeah.
And meeting Montu, what I love about being introduced to Montu is he reopened my eyes to the scene. Because he brought,
Man, I remember we used to, listen, what we're living through right now, we used to sit, just sit in
I mean, I'm just saying.
visual, we used to sit, we used to call it, we used to, watch this, we used to call it building. We used to sit around and talk about what's happening right now. What we built, we used to talk about it. We would literally call it building. sit down, blah, blah, blah. Yo, we just building. Going all the time, we just sitting over here building. And we would be talking about the moves that will be made, and you know what I'm saying, Athens hip hop, yada yada yada. And like, it's not a lot of people that get a chance to put in the work and then live to see that work.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Come to fruition. So
Absolutely.
And that's why it's gonna be so ill, like especially with this album you got coming out, because like I feel like, and I thought about this the other day, like the times he talking about, like he built a lot of groundwork, like in just like networks and underground, you know, in like different cities. Like he's right. Like when people say that, like not all the time, but that happens. Like somebody knew Ish in Las Vegas, yeah, okay. Somebody knew him in New Orleans, like know him in Jersey. Like his name, like he built that, and he was like for a while doing it. He went to Africa, doing it. And then, but so I want you to think about this. This is how ill this was, and this is how, like, you know, just bottom dropout type stuff. So he was making all these moves, and I'm talking about now he global. So now he taking Athens to Germany and Africa, and, you know, and he like this is an extension of our scene. This is our community. You know what I'm saying? He out in the world.
Yes, sir.
And then he just said, "I want to stop."
Yeah.
And he stopped 7 years, 8 years, whatever it was.
yeah, almost.
Did you hear what I said? He built that whole thing, and then just stopped. Had to go take a sabbatical, whatever it is, whatever happened. And now I feel like he's back. The first albums he put out was like, okay, let me get my feet back wet, you know, anti-rapper and doing this and doing that and doing that. And that's why it's funny hearing him say that this album was done but had to sit because it had to ferment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It had to really, really get ready.
Yes.
So now he's about to put it out. The foundation's already built. Now he's about to put it out. So like it's like the dissertation, if you will. So now when he does go back to all these other scenes that he's already built, like his name's still there. There's still hip hop there. So now when he goes to these places, it's gonna be, he already did the heavy lifting before. Now you can go in and like we meet community, you know, we meet where it be Las Vegas or say Alabama or Atlanta or Augusta, wherever we go. Now we just coming like where the hip hop at, like the representative is coming and we doing a thing, we building a network and we going here, we going there, boom, boom, boom. So now it's like he did a lot of the heavy lifting, you know. I helped like build the web, you know what I'm saying? So like now when it's about to happen, so it's like it took us a while, but like people when stuff happens, people all think you did it overnight, right?
Yes.
Like something will happen, it's like boom, and everybody like, damn, they came out of nowhere. We're doing this shit since 2000, son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so when it's about to happen, that's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be going to different places and doing different things and representing hip hop, acting's on our back, and it's gonna be dope. So that's what this album is. Yeah, that's why this album is like just boomed out the gate. Like when it's streaming and all the things he got going, like he got something going on right now where the album it should, because it's his artwork. He made more money off this album that he just put out all together than he had streaming and all the other stuff with all the other albums he put out.
Yeah, I'm glad you
Just
said
one album. Now compared to all the other stuff he put out, he already how long the album been out?
Since June.
So a month.
Yeah.
A month. Yeah. Album been out a month, and he's already made more money off this album than he has with all the others.
Because I've been putting all the other ones on distro.
So exactly.
So that's another thing too. Because like it's also full circle again, because when I first you know established Ishues, I became the first the first artist on Attica Sound.
Yeah, absolutely.
I launched Attica Sound.
Yeah.
And they went on to do Rehab and whatever.
Attica Sound was
but
monster.
I launched Attica Sound.
Sure.
Okay.
You ain't lying. That's true story.
You know, they were my producers, and they was like, "Look, we thinking about forming a label around you. All right, let's do it." Yeah. So that's where Attica Sound came from. True story.
And one of the people, well, no, I shouldn't say one, the people that built Attica Sound, like they like in the music and around here, like they like top tier.
Yeah.
Like top tier. This ain't no just little little label. Like Attica Sound was like Attica Sound.
Rehab.
Exactly. Like
Rehab. That's what Rehab dropped on Attica Sound. So now we coming right back around, and I'm the first artist to drop on Super Jingle Radio.
Okay.
Which, like you were saying, you know, I'm promoting Super Jingle Radio as a platform. Trying to put together a tour. And I want to go out and promote not just the music but the platform, because, like you said, I've made more money in a month on Super Jingle than I've made my first 2 to 3 years on DistroKid with all of my albums on it.
So what do you attribute that to?
The platform.
Yep. Okay.
Because none of the streaming devices, none of these like platforms, they're not paying nobody nothing, man. Some of them paying maybe a penny, but most of them are under a penny.
Super Jingle pay you.
But Super Jingle's paying you.
So it's more. Is that more of a partnership type?
Yeah,
of thing?
I'm an affiliate, so it's kind of like a partnership. But yeah, I'm an affiliate. But you know, once you become an affiliate, and then whether it's whatever content, like you get revenue off the streams, but you also get revenue off the downloads, and that's what the bulk of my, you know what I'm saying, like when you download my album, the bulk of that money goes back to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They're not, you know.
You're seeing that money.
Yeah, I'm seeing that money.
And that's what I love when you say,
The bulk of the bread.
I be like, but then I'm like, man, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
It's still the cost.
Yeah, it goes. It don't go to the streaming service. It don't go like what we're trying to establish with the Super Jingle thing, and it's small right now. Like it's small. It's Athens bound right now.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I can almost guarantee you, once people start to catch on, it's going to be crazy.
So who are all behind it?
Michael Anthony, I think he's the brainchild of the whole thing. He's been in the music industry. I think he was Left Eye's CEO at one point, and you know, he's been there. He know a lot of the same people. I know some of the same people he know. So he's been there. He's actually somebody that you will be a good interview.
Absolutely.
Because what he's already built it. It's already here.
Okay.
And right now, like I said, it's just I'm the first artist on it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But there's going to be more, and it's going to grow, and it's going to be the new wave of, you know, artists putting their music on this platform.
Where you can actually make
you
some
get
money.
your bread. Like, you get your bread. At the end of the day, you get your bread.
Okay.
Like I said, it's nothing was more telling than when I looked at them numbers. I said, wait a minute, I got more money in my escrow right now that I could cash out right now than I've had with DistroKid. I say the first 3 years, easily.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Easily. It took me easily 3 years just to get to where I'm at right now in less than a month with Super. And this is just with a local reach.
Right.
Think about that.
This is local rollout.
This is a local rollout.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I've been working behind the scenes on trying to put together a regional tour and just going out promoting the music, promoting the platform, and you know what I'm saying, causing that to grow. Because at the end of the day, it's about, you know, the artists getting their money.
That's right.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We've accepted so much that the artists don't get paid. So we just, you know, put it on DistroKid and just whatever. You know what I'm saying? But years of streaming, I've spent years streaming, and look at the account, it'd be $20. You know what I'm saying? 4 albums on there. 4 or 5 albums.
They got it set up.
Yeah.
So they got it set up where the artist's not getting paid, so they're not getting paid to, like, that's their art.
Yeah.
You know, that's their soul. Like, that's this
Absolutely.
piece of whatever it is, whether it be music, whether it be visual art. Like, they push all this stuff to a point where, like, the artists aren't even like can't survive, don't get paid. They don't, like, it's their art. It's my genius
Absolutely.
is doing it.
Absolutely.
But like, they found a way so I can get paid off your genius.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's got to flip around. Like,
So I'm proud to be a part of that. I'm proud that it came right here from the city. And I think there's just another way for us to, you know, just kind of add more to the Athens music scene, Athens hip hop scene.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm privileged and I'm proud to be, you know, in this position again. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. We talked about that. You know, you have you know, your whole life to make your first album. In a lot of ways, it kind of feels like my first album. In a lot of ways, it's hard to explain, but in a lot of ways, this feels like my first album, even though it's not my first album.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm excited.
Should be. It's a good project, man. It's a really good project.
Appreciate
it's
it.
really good.
Appreciate it. It means a lot coming from y'all.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the last question for me. In this project, you mentioned your dad.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if I remember correctly, you mentioned in the project, y'all not no relationship for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like? Rekindling that relationship.
Ooh, that's an interesting story by itself. I mean, it was dope. Like I spent most of my life. My mother, for whatever reason, did not tell me much about my father. So I grew up not knowing much about him. My biggest supporter with reuniting with my biological father was my pop. He used to talk about this. I remember when I was, I don't know how old I was, maybe 10, 13 or something. But he told me, you know, he had just got his private investigator license. And he was telling me that, you know, once I turned 18, he was going to take me to find my pops. Which was, you know, just, he didn't do it, but not for, you know, it's not like he just flaked on it. I mean, he got 16 kids, so, you know, that's a whole other thing.
Yes, sir.
I got 15 siblings. So,
Yes, sir.
I mean, so yeah, but he's always been in my corner as far as that's concerned. Like, even more than my mother was. My mother, like, anytime I try to bring him up, she, you know what I'm saying? So one day, you know, well, okay, so where the journey started was, if you go back and listen to Reality Flow, I have a song on there called Dear Father. My daughter is on the song. She was like 4 at the time. She's 26 now. But in the song was like me closing that chapter. Me writing a letter to my father. Like, at that point, I felt like I was never going to find him. He's not trying to find me. I got all this stuff. Well, I'm a father now. You know what I'm saying? So you get a chance to listen to the song. That's what I talk about in the song. My mother heard the song, because in the song I say something about him leaving my mother, and she pulled me to the side one day. She's like, I heard your song. She's like, I need to clear some things up with you. Like, he didn't leave you, I left him. You know what I'm saying? That was the first thing she cleared up. And, you know, she was like, if you really want to know, if you really want to find him, the DC jazz scene, this is what she told me. She said, if you find anyone who was around during that time, they're going to know him. She was like, he pretty much was, in DC, he was what you are in Athens. You know what I'm saying? Like, with the jazz, like, everybody knew your father when it comes to jazz. Like, he was very popular, very, you know what I'm saying? So if you find someone who was around during that time, they're going to know him. And sure as the day is long, me, Life, Minister Server, went to DC, and I was like, man, I'm going to go to the jazz clubs. So I went to 2 jazz clubs. Went to the first one, didn't get in. Went to the second one, looked around, asked some questions, came back out. There was a dude, tall guy, older guy, dreads. As I'm walking downstairs, he was talking to Server in Life. I heard him say, yeah, I know his father. I'm like, and he was like, are you? I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I know your father. You know what I'm saying? Ran it all down to me, showed me a picture of him and everything. He's like, he was a photographer. Last time your father, he's like, your father's in Germany. He's been overseas for the last 20 years. He was like, last time he was here, I took pictures of him. She showed me, because I was like, I never even seen what he looked like. I don't even know what he looked like.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, showed me pictures or whatever. I reconnected. Went wound up going out to Germany. And I had to go out there on some music related stuff anyway, and then wound up just killing two birds with one stone. Kicked it with them. You know what I'm saying? My other siblings and stuff like that. I got siblings that are from Germany. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So it was dope. I really just spent like 2 weeks out there just observing. You know what I mean? And what it did for me personally, and this is the reason why I always advocate this, even though, mothers be having problems with their fathers, and the son needs to see his father.
Absolutely.
Because I went through a lot of mental anguish. I went through a lot of turmoil because there was a lot about me that I didn't understand. I didn't know where it came from. I didn't grow up around the person where a lot of this stuff came from. You know what I'm saying? And some of the stuff came from my mother, but once I met my biological father, I realized that we're a lot alike.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so watching him made a lot of things about me make sense. Oh, that's why I do that. Okay, got it. You know what I'm saying? Things I used to be like, why am I different from everybody else? You know what I mean? Like 16 siblings, me and my sister are the only ones that have the same father. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, why am I different? Why am I, you know what I mean? Da, 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 da. And so, yeah, it was, and my pops supported it. My mom was like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? My pops was like, yo, go out there and see him. When I got back, how was it? This and that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was dope. It definitely gave me a chance to see where my musical roots come from, where my musical talent come from. So it's different parts of, like you were saying. There's the musical side. Absolutely. I attribute that to my biological father. I think that's in the genes. He's also an artist. You see me face paint and all that kind of, that's what all of it comes from him. You know what I'm saying? He's also a painter, he's a jazz musician, he's an incredible singer, all that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then my biological father didn't possess any musical talent at all. He's just a fighter. He's just been you know what I'm saying, ever since I was 9 years old, boxing, martial arts, shooting, tactics, whatever. That's why I'm on the teacher's class coming up every Monday. I'm teaching a tactical or firearm safety class. Eventually it's going to morph into a tactical shooting class and all that other stuff. Yeah. So that's where that comes from. So you have these two sides. You know what I mean? The musical, artistic side, and then you have the martial artist and the boxer and the trainer, and all of that comes from my pops. So, story of two fathers.
Yeah. Wow, it's a hell of a story. It's a hell of a story. Go ahead, cuz.
No, I was just agreeing with you, man. But Ishues, real quick, I just want to ask you. I know you had a stint in New Orleans. What part of New Orleans were you in, man? Oh man, shoot.
I'm gonna run it down. We lived in Metairie at one point. We lived in Gretna at one point. Gretna, Metairie, Slidell, Kenner. I went to Gretna Junior High. I went to Helen Cox Junior High. Yeah. But
so what high school would you have gone to if you stayed in New Orleans?
Liver Days?
What's it called?
I think it's called Liver Days.
Liver Days, okay. Now, my college roommates from New Orleans, we still tight now. He's from across the river in Algiers.
Right, see, yeah, Algiers, we lived in Algiers. I lived on the West Bank. That's why I say in the song, this is me tapping back into my New Orleans vibes, when we lived in Gretna, but hustled on the New Orleans side.
Right.
So West Bank is Gretna, Algiers flea market was a staple, right? So Gretna, Algiers, Metairie, all these different, that's all West Bank. And then you cross the bridge and you go to New Orleans, that's East Bank. Right. Now, I didn't live on the East Bank, but we hustled on the East Bank.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We was out on the East Bank, Desire Projects, you know what I'm saying, Magnolia Projects, set up outside selling, watches and clothes and toys during Christmas and T-shirts and the latest CDs and all that shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's when you listen to the Hot Boy, that Hot Boy song. It's not called Hot Boy. It's called, what's it called? On Fire. That's what it's called.
The Hot Boys on Fire song?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a hot boy, but I'm on fire. Yeah. That's all New Orleans. That's me tapping back into New Orleans, King Cake, and all that other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
My knees started hurting instantly. I ready to drop it like it was warm. The knees started hurting instantly. Let me know I need to sit my old ass down.
And the first time I performed that shit was at Georgia Theater. We crushed that shit.
Oh, is that right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
I was walking up the stairs. They was like, "Oh, it's packed up there." I was like, "Oh yes." What?
Yeah.
It's
y'all
sold
haven't
out.
seen the, you haven't seen none of the videos?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say that show was insane.
It was
That show
crazy.
And that was the first time. So like, give me some time to keep doing it and getting a little. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
So I said last
You
question.
good? No, go ahead.
What do you enjoy most? Making the music or perform, or seeing the music perform?
That's a good question. No one's ever asked me that question before.
That's what I do, man.
Performing the music. Performing the music. No one's ever asked me that before.
That makes sense.
Yeah. For me, that's what I enjoy more. Performing on stage is my happy place. That's the place where, like, if I'm feeling the worst and I had a choice to do anything to kind of bring myself out of it, it would be performing. Rocking that microphone with a crowd, you know what I'm saying? Getting the crowd, not rocking a crowd that's already into you. I get off on getting the crowd into, if you don't know my song, you don't know it.
Yeah.
You was there, Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Right? Well, I said, Montu, go get my CD. The first time I ever performed my CD, what was going on? So people don't think I'm capping.
It was like
a riot, wasn't it?
Mutiny up in there.
Yo, it was about to go crazy. And everybody was trying their best to try to quell the situation. You tell you, they was throwing bottles.
No. It was this Las Vegas, man. It was about to be a mutiny up in that job.
Two, go get my CD.
Yeah, straight up.
First time it was a rule. I was not allowed to perform my music because I'm KRS-One sideman.
Right, it's the hype man. So he could never, yeah.
But he's late.
He's late. And it's a mutiny up in there.
They're going crazy in there, bro.
Okay.
Two, go get my CD. He went and got my show CD, and I rocked it.
Wow.
No one knew me. I turned it from a riot.
Yeah.
Right? I don't tell the story as enthusiastically that much, but he's here now.
Yeah,
he was there.
Everything is
So you know what I'm
true
saying? Let me see, like, I'm exaggerating.
No cap at all.
I went out there, I spit an acapella. People were like, oh shit, he's kind of nice. Went back, talked on the phone some more. Came back. Two, got my CD out the van, tour van, put my joint in. By the first one, they was kind of like, what's going on here? Second song, they like, okay. By the third song, they rocking. And just so happened, during the third song, while I got them rocking, KRS walks out.
It was insane.
Damn.
Crowd went bananas.
Wow. It was insane.
So now, instead of me rocking with him on his song, he's now rocking with me on mine. I'm performing my song in Vegas. For the first time, I'm performing my own music. Chris is right there rocking. And then we transitioned over to his show, and the show went
bananas.
You know what I'm saying? So
I can only imagine that high.
Oh my God.
That's probably that high.
I was there.
I was there.
I got to witness it.
Wow.
Yo,
I got to witness it.
Stupid high.
I got to witness it.
Crazy
It
high.
was insane, yo.
Crazy. That's when I was like, yeah, this is yeah, I'm him. I'm him. Nobody knew me. I'm like, and just went out because that's what I like. That's what you do as an MC. When you dope, that's what you do. When you dope, like what Karen said, dope MC is a dope MC. With or without a record deal, all can see. When you dope, you just dope.
Yes, sir.
No matter where you at, this is once it's all said and done. This is what I want. When you walk past that plaque on the sidewalk, this is what I want it to signify. Above everything else, I've always been really good at what I do, and have the ability to go and translate that to a crowd without them even knowing my song. That's not easy to do. It's not an easy
Nearly impossible.
And that's something that I've always prided myself on, the ability to do that.
That's the definition of an MC,
Right.
of being an MC. When they pull the little paper off and you see your name in the cement, what was that moment like for you?
Surreal. It was literally something that, like, for a long time I thought, I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna not do it and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But to have my contribution being recognized, and then the message he sent me this is the reason why. You know what I mean? It wasn't because of no mainstream success. It wasn't because of none of that. It was because you've been diligent about taking what you do and taking our culture and going around the world doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it was surreal. When I first saw it on the ground, it was surreal. Like it was, yeah. And it still is. You know what I'm saying? To a degree, because it's not a lot of people who have the opportunity to make that type of impact.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who rap. I know a lot of people who rap. I've come up with a lot of people who rap from all over different places. And not just somewhere. This is Athens, Georgia. This is one of the most important music cities in the country. This is rated. This is not my opinion. This is,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? This is on multiple ratings. You look up important music cities in the United States of America, Athens is on every list.
Yeah.
So to have my name on the same sidewalk as B-52s and REM, and, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It definitely was a surreal feeling. It's like, a lot of times, man, you do this and you think, man, nobody, it's like a thankless job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't get their flowers while they can still smell them.
Absolutely.
So that's what it was for me. Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, man, I want to thank y'all, man. Like I say, because I got 3 of my favorite people in the building, in the shop. What's next? What's next for you?
July 21st, he gonna come battle. He's gonna bring some beats down and present his art pieces that he got.
My tutor about and told me, so I guess July 21st.
July 21st is from 9 to 10.
Yeah.
It's only an hour.
Only an hour.
Yup. You need probably 7 beats set up for 1 minute.
Okay.
Yep. And you just go head to head.
Is Beard Noise gonna be in it?
Well, he calls himself Elwin now, but yeah.
Or Elwin?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Beard Noise he used to slaughter people. You know, Dorsey's son.
Dorsey's son. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
When we was doing this pre-COVID, he was slaughtering everybody.
Yeah.
He called himself Beard Noise.
Yeah.
Now he's Elwin, but
Elwin now.
he used to slaughter everybody.
Yeah. In fact, Tommy was telling me,
So July 21st.
July 21st.
Yep, I'll be in touch though.
Which just so happens to be my birthday.
And that's his birthday, and he performing that night too.
Right. I will be in the building because I am
performing that night.
But then also
July 24th.
July 24th, I'm not gonna do it July 22nd. July 24th, which is that Friday.
That's that Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Okay.
So July 24th,
Okay.
we're doing the album release party.
Okay.
So I'm performing. Fort Knox is coming down to host it.
Word.
Yeah, Fort Knox is coming from Atlanta to host it. Molly Two House performing.
Okay.
Motorhead's performing.
Okay.
Of course, Gnarly's performing.
Okay.
And then I plan to just, I need to stretch out. I haven't. That show at Georgia Theater was like, I'm just playing.
It's
I'm
a
not even
warm-up.
really right. I'm not like, this is not even really me in my bag. Like, there's a lot of people who have never really seen. You've seen it.
Oh yeah.
But there's a lot of people who have never really seen me in my bag, like hour and a half, 2 hours on stage rocking. And there's not a lot of people who could do that. That's not.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But this is what. Yeah, this is what I mean. Montu tell you back in the day, like it start off with DJ Crisis and end off with Urban Skills. Hour 45 minutes on stage,
Some sets, yo.
killing it.
Some sets.
And honestly, I say it, I say it till I'm blue in the face. I am better now than I was then.
Listen,
And every
that's
aspect
scary.
of
That's
this,
scary.
I am better now
scary.
on stage. I got better breath control.
Your breath control is
I got better
insane,
breath
brother.
control.
I wanted to say something.
Yeah, I'm better now than I was.
Yes,
then. You know what I'm
yes.
saying? So like I really need to, doing these little 15, 20 minutes, that's cool. But I'm really built for concerts.
Okay.
Straight up.
Okay. So July 24th.
Yeah, July 24th, I'm gonna cut loose.
Yeah.
I plan on cutting loose that day.
Yeah. I don't see me not being there.
Yeah, I plan on cutting loose that day.
I'm on
Whoever show, and then also it's gonna be $10 at the door, free if you show that you downloaded the album.
Oh, word.
If you downloaded the album and you can show you downloaded the album on your
just-
phone, then you get it free.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's $10 at the door.
when I leave out the parking lot, you can hear I download.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Well, I thank y'all, man. And like I said, this is. I love this. I love this. Anytime you got a project, anytime you got anything going on, please come through. Montu, you got something else going on.
What?
You know what?
You raising money for something.
Yeah, for the show on the 21st.
Well, say it.
Oh. You caught me in the middle, like But anyways, so yeah, bring in Marcel. We need, and I'm just asking for like I said the minimum, but anything anybody can give. It's $20. I asked like most of my network for like $20. Like everybody just if I can get because I got a pretty big network, but if I can get most or half my network to everybody just give $20, then it'll just make the whole process a lot easier with the the hotel room and I already paid for the flight, but the hotel room and just I think his performance fee, just the whole little thing, So that's why it ain't much, but that's why I feel like we're at this point, especially in the community where we know the business now, we know kind of how things work. So doing it, you can do it. So I bring in somebody like Marcel. When you do shows, like you can have a certain way where everybody makes some money. You know what I'm saying? You can bring in the people you want. You can make the money off of it, and it's good. Like even the Beast Rhymes in Life, like finally finding a sponsor for that. You know what I mean? Like everything. I feel like everything's kind of starting to fall in place because we didn't made the mistakes before. You know what I'm saying? We went down that road. Oh, I ain't going down that road this time. I ain't going over there. So now we kind of know how this thing works now that things are building, the crowds are building, the music is building, like our businesses are building, everything's going on, even with education, like all the things are building. So now it's like, but I feel like they're building because we know what we're doing now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, when I first came to Athens, like, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I watched some hip hop in Atlanta kind of because I was always observing back then. I would watch some stuff. When I first got here, I didn't know what I was doing. I was spitballing and man, putting on shows and like, man, I ain't never put on no show before. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea.
Yeah.
So, but we did that for enough years. Like now, it's time. We got some problems. It's like it's about to get crazy. Like you know what I'm saying? Just with being able to know the network and do what we about to do. Like we ain't got to make no mistakes no more. Yeah. So it's time.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? It's time.
I'm
It's
definitely
time.
proud to say thank you for allowing me to be a part of this journey.
Hell yeah.
Because, man, I'm definitely enjoying it. Even though I hate you putting me on the stage.
I heard you was smooth last night though.
yeah, you killing it.
They said you was smooth.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
No people be looking at you, man.
Nah. Yeah, they be like,
looking at you.
No, but they said you was
Rick,
smooth.
you got your own. You got
No,
your
I heard
own.
that
You
you
got
like-
your own.
That's
Little,
what.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, you a podcast.
And that's
host,
who he
so,
is. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, ain't nobody looking at me on this podcast.
I heard it was smooth though,
Don't
man.
matter.
It's different.
You got your,
I mean,
your style. Like
It's different up here. That's it.
Yeah.
But
Huh?
You were doing it, man.
you was killing it.
You were doing it.
You'll be good.
Okay,
You
well,
were doing it.
bring me some tracks.
My bad.
Hey, mark that down on your calendar, man. I only need an hour. It ain't gonna be but an hour. It's gonna be July 21st, the hours from 9 to 10.
Right,
Yeah.
I got some to do for sure.
Yep. But I'll be in touch. I'll send you all the information and all that.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Hey, cuz, I appreciate you, man. I love you. Everything you do and have done, thank you, man.
Hey, you're welcome, brother. I love you too, cousin.
All
Hey,
right.
man, nice hearing from you guys and meeting you guys. I wish I could have met y'all in person, but, well, Montu, we've already
No,
met.
I'm about to say, you know I know you.
For the issues, I will be able to. I'm pretty much sure soon, before you, get off into the orbit somewhere. But it's gonna be awesome, man. I'm looking forward to this whole thing right here is popping off big time.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate it, man. We'll run into each other pretty soon.
Yep.
It's gonna happen.
Yes, sir.
Let's try to get a placement, cuz. I'm trying to get a placement. Yes, sir. That's what we working on, cuz. I'm finna get ready to get about this thing.
In fact,
man.
send me some of them beats.
Send him some of them beats.
Right.
Right. Let's get it.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, now.
That's
We
right.
finna
Let's
get
put
ready
a
to get about
project
this.
together. Shit.
Anything, man.
Let's
All
put a
right.
project together. EP or something.
One. Love you. Alright, we finna get ready to get about here. So I'm finna say this little thing right here. We gonna get this thing. We gonna clean it
It's so funny, man.
This game called life is a series of moments. The past is just that, the past. Learn from it and be thankful for it. The future, prepare for it. It's coming. Let's get to the next one. The present, it is a gift. Enjoy the journey. Take plenty of pictures, but most importantly, thank God. Thank y'all, brothers.
Thank you, brother.
Let's continue to making this thing happen. And whatever, like I said, whatever Talking Random Michigan do, please holler at us. And I'll see you Monday.
Yes, sir.
I got work to do. Whole
Yes,
bunch of
sir.
work to do.
Come on.
Yes, sir. But it's time to clean the clippers, sweep these floors. Special guest barber, Montu got the bathrooms. In the words of Rita Lawson's son, Old Dabo Jack, the shop is closed.
We're talking randomly.